Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Prop Wiz. I'm your host, the Wiz. Look, as more often than not, when I'm doing one of these live videos, it's usually because we've got a 1/6 scale drop. We've only been doing it for 1/6 scale drops. I might be expanding it if something super dope drops outside of 1/6 scale figures. I'll be on here. So there might be a chance you see me on here one day. But so far, it seems like every time I've come live, I'm sorry, I do out of theater reviews, but right here in the studio, it's usually a 1/6 scale drop. And today is no different. I've got mixed feelings. I'm kind of sad. I'm super happy because of what it is. But I'm sad because it's tapping my wallets. Like I can feel it. Like this drop means I'm either going to have to cancel something and or not order something I had planned on ordering. And I'm not gonna lie, right now it's looking like the Fantastic. I haven't ordered the Fantastic Four figures yet. There's 4 of them, plus Herbie, plus a baby. I think those might be a little bit expensive, and as I'm looking at these there's a nostalgia element to these figures. Look, I'm talking. Let's take a look and see what we're talking about. If you didn't look at the thumbnail, we're talking about the Robocop 2 figures. We got both Robocop and we got Caine, what they're calling Robocaine. I feel like less of a fan because I never referred to him as Robocaine until I seen him. I always just called him Caine because his name was Caine, and it still rings in my head when Robocop yelled out, Caine. I can't do it. I don't want to do it here. It's mad corny if I do it. But look at this, man. It's here. One of my favorite 1/6 scale figures that's on my shelf right now is the Robocop figure. I got the first Robocop release that was made out of die cast. It's one of my favorite figures. You know what I'm saying? Robocop 2, it's not a big difference between Robocop 2 and Robocop 1. I might be able to get away with not getting Robocop 2, but famously, I feel like Robocop 2 took advantage of the fiberglass. I believe it was the uniform was made out of fiberglass and the way it was painted, so you can see all the purplish hues that you can see in this picture right here. Like this is capturing it. The blues, the hues, the color was a little bit different at Robocop 2. So I know when I said there was no difference, the fans were probably going crazy because as fans, we know there's a difference between the first costume and the second. I just mean just the overall aesthetics, the overall design was just pretty much kept the same. But there were some colorful, color differences, specifically with those purple hues. I know I've got a NECA figure where they kind of just painted on those hues. It's not, natural. It's not actually reacting to the light kind of thing. They just painted it on, but again, that's acknowledgement that there was a difference between the two. All right. Man, that was a long sentence, wasn't it? We about to go through it. Yo, already picture, of course, I've already seen this picture. Dude, it is super dope. It looks like the head sculpt, face sculpt, in this case, has been updated. Hot Toys, all the Hot Toys thing, I think it's been a more HD look to it. Like there's been more details. I saw someone online say that they didn't think that the head sculpt looked a little off. I don't think they were dissing it. You know what I mean? It was just saying it looks a little off. I think if anything, I think there's more detail. I did look at photos of the actual Robocop 2 and this, and I will say the HD in this makes it look a little different. There's a little bit more detail in this face than you would see in the real images, the real film. I know that sounds super duper crazy, and that's just opinion. I might even be wrong with that. It was just one picture, a couple of pictures that I saw side by side. But anyways, full body, again, they're leaning in on the paint, the purples, the blues. Absolutely love that. I do wonder if that's a natural thing, meaning did they paint it that way to react that way? Or is it just these blobs of paint, blob of purple here, blob of purple there? Really can't tell so far in these pictures. But I can tell that it's heavy. So it's a good chance that they might have painted it translucent. And I did the same thing. I 3D printed a Robocop helmet. I don't know if I ever released. I think I did release it on here, but I actually got the body as well. I never finished the whole suit, so I never posted it. But I did do just that top chest, the armor part, and that's how I painted. There's certain areas I painted purple, certain areas I painted a darker blue. I used translucent airbrush, and then I put a clear coat over the whole thing to kind of balance and I hope it looked a little bit more natural. But this kind of reminds me of that. I'm not sure if they're doing that again or if this is done differently, but regardless, look at that head sculpt. See that? So the head sculpt looks great to me right there. I'm sure we're gonna get some close-up images here, but just on the surface, that looks great to me. Let me see. I've got two Robocops. With me having two Robocops, I might take the helmet off one. I'll probably take the helmet off the front. You know what? I don't know if I got an Alex Murphy head sculpt with the first Robocop. Let me know so I don't have to go in the box and look, man. It's been years and years, dude. It's been over 10 years since I got that other Robocop, so I'm not sure what the accessories were. I've got them on with the helmet on, so I'm not sure if they had an Alex Murphy head sculpt. But anyways, I'm already preemptively saying I know I'm not going to use the Alex Murphy head sculpt because either I'm rocking this one or we know it's going to have the burn. I haven't gotten there yet, but again, we know we got Robocaine as well. Every Robocop, again, even the NECA, even the smaller figures have the one with the battle damage on the helmet, so I'm expecting that. Okay, super dope. Just going to kind of go through these. Oh, we got the Caine brain. Side quest nerd more than likely painted it. You know what? As it was coming out of my mouth, man, I figured that too. But yeah, it's good to have your validation as well because I kind of figured it, but and they probably did the original that way, right? Like I don't even know, how the original effect was done. It might have been done similarly, but okay, there we go. Battle damage. Andy Caine brain. This is cool. I'm trying to look at the damage. Dude, I gotta watch the movie again. I love these figures. It always gives me an excuse to watch them again immediately. I think I've seen Robocop 2, Robocop 1 a lot. Even though Robocop 2, I said the same thing about the Predator 2. I watched Predator 2 probably back in the day. I probably watched Predator 2. Robocop 2. No, both Predator 2 and Robocop 2. I watched them way more than I watched the originals, even though I do think the originals were technically better movie. They were classics. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to beat that nostalgia of seeing it for the first time too. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken. Robocop 2 had the same director. So same director, main actor, most of the actors, all the actors came back. So it was very, very good consistency, man. I think they did a little bit more with Robocop 2. Anyway, I'm kind of going all over the place. Yep, dope. Loving the damage, loving the battle damage, the weapons, and the Caine brain. I don't know why every time I say brain, I say it like that. Brain. Yeah, dude, this is dope. Better Mezzo. Am I saying your name? Hopefully I ain't slaughtering your name. Yeah, I got that die-cast one too, man. Super dope. In fact, I got it mad cheap. I've got a tradition now that was created that day. This was probably 10, 11 years ago. Maybe even more. But I happened to go to a Comic-Con on a Sunday, which I usually don't do. But I went on a Comic-Con to, this is in Baltimore. So I think it was the Baltimore Comic-Con. Or the Awesome Con in Washington, D.C. It was the Awesome Con in D.C. I went on a Sunday, and I had been eyeing that Robocop figure the whole time. I want to say it was like $500 maybe. $400 or $500 was die-cast. So, you know what I mean? It was one of the more expensive ones. Dude, I ended up walking out of that joint getting the Robocop for 170 maybe. It was well under $200 because they were packing up. Yo, so I learned to go to Comic Cons on Sunday. It's a gamble because it might be sold out by Sunday, but I always go on Sunday just to see, man, because they'll sell something to you for mad cheap. But anyway, that's my Robocop diecast story. On top of the fact that the diecast, hey, was the Alex Murphy? Did it have the Alex Murphy head sculpt in it? That's what I had the question. I didn't want to look in the box, man. It's been so many years since I opened it. I'm not sure what the accessories were. So if you know, man, let me know if it had the Alex Murphy head sculpt in it. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking through this. Dude, y'all will not believe this. But my mouse disappeared. My mouse disappeared, y'all. I can't move nothing. Okay, I'm just read the. All right, yeah, I'm a huge Robocaine. Side quest. Love watching the making of, etc. There were greens and blues also into the paint. They changed it for the sequels due to the repainting between shots. All right, cool. So that's cool. And you're right. I don't think the head sculpt was in the RoboCop 2 or the RoboCop 1 figure. Y'all, I got some craziness going on with my mouse disappeared. I am having technical difficulties. Let me see if I can plug a mouse in. I'm gonna have to step away for a second. This has never happened to me before. I feel like that I should say that's appropriate to say here. This has never happened. My mouse has completely disappeared. And the crazy thing about that is that actually means I can't even stop. Oh, I can't even stop the streaming. Let me try some things out real quick. All right. I'm just going through the comments, y'all. Dude, my screen unfroze. Not my screen unfroze up. My mouse has disappeared completely. I'm having technical difficulties. I got to be transparent with y'all. There's a part of me that wanted to just fill around and pretend I actually been doing that for like 5 minutes. But I am going to go through y'all comments, man. You got the Gremlins. Which Gremlin? Are we talking about the life size? I've got Gizmo. I got the 1/1 scale Gizmo. I saw the Gremlins. 1/1 scale Gremlins. I didn't get any of them. I thought they were super dope. NECA, I've got a lot of the Gremlins that they released. What's up, Mitchell Lawrence? Must have for me. I'm glad I skipped on Robocop 3. Much prefer the battle damage. Yes, because I was going to get the Robocop 3 because I didn't think we were going to get this one. And the Robocop 3 looked close. It looked like the Robocop 2. It actually looked, in my opinion, like Peter Weller to me. It looked like they used the same face sculpt and they just slapped the jetpack on the back and called it Robocop 3. So yeah, but this right here is much worth the effort. The effort of waiting. Yeah, I'm 100% glad that I waited for this, yo. I think this is super dope. All right. What else we got? Man. Y'all, I hate to even do this, but I think I'm going to have to end. I'm gonna have to end it. My monster's gone. So let me figure out. Actually, I'm gonna go to my music computer. It might let me. It might let me jump on there. Hold on. Give me a second. I warn y'all now. I do have my jammy pants on, my pajamas. I usually sit down. At least I got pants on. As we know, there's people that's